Hello, friends. This is Alia Jamal, the Love Coach. We are meeting for another day in 30-day series of relationship with yourself. And today we are on day 21. And today we are talking about identifying with the ego. One of the symptoms of your unhealthy relationship with yourself is when you identify with the ego way more than you identify with the soul. And I'll help you understand how that is done. When we are attached to the physical, I am this, I am that, I must be this, I must be that. And that's end of your world. When you are so attached to, I need to look this way, I must look this way. It's amazing to take care of our body. But it's another thing when we go above and beyond, bend backward, get surgeries done, put stuff on our skin that is very harmful for our skin just so we can look certain way. I'm talking about that kind of extreme. When we are attached to our career so much, when we are so attached that if we get laid off, yes, we are concerned about the financial impact of it, but we are more concerned about losing our identity as that, big person, whatever that big title is for you. When we are overly connected with our characteristics, our habits, when we are always talking about, I am this kind of person, I am that kind of person, when we are very concerned about the characteristics other people have, on a little bit of an unhealthy level, we are criticizing them all the time. When we are attached to maybe who we are in our financial status, in our marital status, in our relationship status, when we are too much concerned about, do we have kids, do we not have kids, and that becomes the center of our universe. So the difference is when that becomes the center of your universe, that is when you're identifying with the ego. Just a little bit, in case you have not listened to the previous series, ego equals personality. Personality gets developed after the soul descends into the body and the body is born and come into this world. That is when the body, even in the womb, the body starts absorbing energetical pattern, behavior pattern, psychological pattern of parents and the surrounding people, the culture they are in, the religious upbringing that they are in. The child starts absorbing that, and that becomes their personality. That's why sometimes we say, oh, I am hot-headed like my dad, or I am into gratitude like my mom. That is when we adopt those things. That is not part of your soul. Yes, definitely your soul chooses the body you're coming in, your soul chooses the kind of life path you will go through. But the physical self that we get so attached to is the ego. And that is not the soul, because what is soul on the other end? It's infinite, it's pure light, it's pure love. But ego wants to be angry, wants to judge, it wants to control, it wants to be safe, it wants to get validated. All of our suffering comes from that place. So when we identify with ego and we start running our lives based on that and not based on love and light, that is when we are getting off track. And how that is a symptom of having unhealthy relationship with yourself. It's almost like there are two parts of you, but you're looking only at one because you're blinded to the other one, because you never took the time to connect or attach or get to know the other aspect of you. So that is a sign that you're completely disconnected from yourself. Imagine if a parent has two kids and they only look at one. How would the other child feel? Can they really claim that they have two kids when they are not even looking at the other child or nurturing them or taking care of them? So with the other child, definitely they have an unhealthy relationship. And the same way you have unhealthy relationship with your existence, with your being, that is keeping you alive and running. So now let's look at what can we do about it. If that is the category that you come under, you're heavily attached to your ego and to your possessions and what you have or what you don't have, and you have no idea that your existence goes beyond this body, beyond universes. You're so expanded when you don't realize that. The fastest way you can get to that place is starting very, very small. Start very small. First, start realizing that you are attached to your ego. Start analyzing your thoughts, your own behavior. Hey, I'm giving this person a gift. What is my thought process? Why I want that? Is it because so I want to give them an expensive gift so they can think like, I'm financially well off? Is the reason? Or do I genuinely love and care? And I think their life would be so much better when they will receive this gift from me. When we are just going to a party and we're like, just grab anything because I don't want to go empty-handed, that's ego, my friend. I would share with you briefly. I believe it was last year or maybe the year before. I did a year-long experiment. I personally love to do experiments. That's the scientist within me. I did a year-long experiment that wherever I'll show up, I would not take any gifts. I would be the gift. It was one of the most uncomfortable thing I ever did. And I was so happy when it was done. And right away, I got back into buying gifts for people. But just showing up somewhere and thinking I am the gift gave me the opportunity to work through the ego-led thoughts, what someone else would think of me. That's not polite. I shouldn't be like this. I need to share. Well, there's so many other ways to share. The best thing you can share with someone when you go to their home without a gift, the best thing you can share is praise or prayer for them. If they're feeding you, tell them how amazing the food is. Bless them. Bless their food. Pray for their home. Those are the most amazing gifts you can give to someone else versus a bouquet of flower or a cake that you will take that most likely they don't want to eat because they're on diet. We do all those things from ego. We don't do them from a place of soul. Soul is love. It's already complete. And the first thing you can do is start realizing and analyzing your own behavior. That's the first step. And the second thing, just to ask yourself in that moment, what would my soul like to do? And then just stay quiet. You might not hear anything. You might not have any inspiration in the beginning, but with time, you might be able to start hearing something, start feeling something. That is when you know you're making contact. And that is also when you get to a place when you start walking around in this world, not really caring what other people think of you. That is a sign of a very healthy relationship with yourself. So, my friend, that is all for today. If this is something you would love to nurture within you and you want to make your relationship with yourself, which is the most important relationship in the world, if you want to nurture it and connect with yourself, you can reach out to me. Go to my website, aliajamalcoaching.com, and you can book a consultation with me. And I would love to be your guide in your journey to connect with your soul. Sending you so much love. Bye.